Hello. Okay, just so you know, it is Black Friday and we are doing a Cyber Week sale in our Etsy store right now, so you can get 20% off anything you want, whether it was those Monster Girl buttons that we did, or the Monster Boy buttons, or the comic books, or anything. Yeah, so you should do that if you are able, and if not, that's cool. So there you go. Just a little offer for you. So today marks the beginning of, like, what is it, the final week? Is this the final week? And that's pretty crazy. So yeah, we have 7 days left of NaNoWriMo. That is pretty intense, honestly, which means we also have 7 days left for our Moonlight anthology, which is our werewolf queer anthology. If you want to get a submission in for that, you better hurry up, because the deadline's coming up fast. What happened to me for this week of NaNoWriMo? So as you know, last week was a pretty sad week. I did not do very well at all. I kind of fell off the wagon of my story entirely, and I've kind of fully embraced this fact. And next year, when I tell you guys that I'm going to start a novel from scratch, you better believe that I'm going to do that for freaking half the month, and then the other half I'm gonna just switch to another story, because this is a pattern that I see in myself, and I don't imagine that it's gonna stop anytime soon. So I started this week pretty bad, honestly, because I was really sad on the Friday, as we all know. And then Saturday comes, and our stream quality dropped so hard and so fast. Like, in the morning, we were getting 10 up, as we usually do, as was predicted by our, billing, how we pay for 10 up all the time. And then we were getting like 0.5, 0.15, if I'm being serious, like upload speeds. And you can't sustain a live stream on that at all. So that was pretty annoying. And it went on for the Saturday and a little into the Sunday. But it's all fixed now, obviously, because I had a live stream since then. But yeah, that was really frustrating. And I wasn't able to get a lot of work done, because as you might know, on the Friday it was pretty sad. And on the Saturday, that was pretty much a bummer. We mostly just chilled out and tried to get, like, our motivation to live life back, and it was pretty all right. We got some Calico done. Ursula was sad. We were all sad, but that was the beginning of the week. Okay, it remains sad for a little bit here. Okay, so Sunday things were pretty bad. What I ended up doing was I ended up starting cleaning my house, because my house is kind of a gross, disgusting mess, if I'm being completely honest with myself, because I've been depressed for a very long time, and it is very hard to keep up with house maintenance when you are upset and sad and, lack the motivation to get out of bed in the morning. So I have started to clean up my house, and that is a running theme throughout this week. It became NaNoWriMo very quickly. So yeah, Monday happens, and on Monday I do my write-in live streams, which you can join, and I'm sure all of you love to join. And I scheduled it for 1 o'clock, but for some reason I was not paying attention to the time at all, and 1 o'clock rolls around, and I have not done anything. So I was, like, in a mess, in a little tizzy, getting everything done, and I spent the first work period eating my lunch. But other than that, I think that the Monday livestream went really well, and I did get a lot done. I fully embrace the fact that I'm going to be working on Scourge of 9 Point throughout the month. I was thinking of working on a novel or something, but I'm really invested in the Scourge of 9 Point. So yeah, I was like, okay, let's work on all these cat nights, because I am not done writing the script. I am done writing volume 1 and volume 2, and I'm into volume 3 right now, and that's kind of what I want to get done. So I'm gonna work on volume 3, and I've been basically working on the outline for volume 3. Yeah, I spent most of the stream working on outliney bits and making, like, charts and things, and that was a lot of fun. That was a good, like, refresh for my brain, and I'm enjoying that. Okay, so what I've been dreading about this month is the 2 days these 2 days this month, I've been dreading the Tuesday of this week and the Wednesday of this week, because I have back-to-back, this is in the past, this is behind me almost, but I had 2 back-to-back doctor's appointments, and they were like really big ones. Like they're the ones where you have to like meet a new specialist, and that's a lot. Like, I hate meeting specialists. I hate meeting new doctors. I hate seeing my old doctors, honestly, enough. But meeting a new one, like, add the social anxiety on top of it. It's like, ugh, no thank you. Can I just not? So for the first day, I had to meet like this one doctor that I'm only gonna see like once or twice. I'm not sure. I think it's just once. I don't know exactly, but I saw that one doctor. It was pretty scary. Thankfully, the appointment was at like 10 in the morning, so I had to leave the house immediately, go to the doctor. It wasn't too much of a wait. It was pretty hecking awkward and terrible, but at least it was out of my life. And so after my Tuesday appointment, I came home and I started cleaning my house, and I got some writing done, and it was all fabulous and wonderful. But I was also dreading the next day when I had my second doctor's appointment, where I had to like see a specialist that I'm gonna see basically until he quits medicine. I have a feeling, because I have a feeling I'm gonna live longer than he's gonna still be doing medicine. That's my guess. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, I met this new doctor. It was very spooky. The worst part was it was like late in the day, so I spent the whole day dreading it. So like I couldn't get a lot done. Like I started working on like cleaning the house, because I have like a huge cleaning plan now, which basically is like I wrote down all the things that need to be done every day of the week. And for the first few weeks, it's going to be really hard because I got to get everything up to like the normal standard, or at least like a decent standard. I got to do the first chunk of the work. So the first few weeks, it's going to be really hard to get all that grime off. Either way, it's going to be hard the first week, and then it should be easier to maintain afterwards. Hopefully, that's the dream. But anyways, I couldn't get tons of it done because I was spending most of the day really dreading it, because this appointment was at 4 p.m., of course. And so I go there, and like, okay, so I was in the waiting room for like an hour and a half. I don't think I got into my actual appointment until like 5 o'clock-ish, which really sucked. And it was a very intense doctor's appointment, and I was quite spooked. Ursula always goes in with me because I am spoopable. And yeah, so I went there. It was bad. I need blood work done. I hate getting blood work done. I knew I'd probably need to get blood work done because doctors always want to take my blood. Anyways, they looked at my charts and stuff, and they were like, yeah, we should definitely check out this blood thing and possibly give you more needles. And I'm like, no. But there's also the possibility of never having to do needles all the time again. So that is also on the table. However, there's going to be a lot of blood taken from me in the meantime, and I'm not happy. And what makes me even less happy was like I was preparing all day to get my blood stolen from me, like by these vampires. And I had been drinking lots of water. I've been getting myself pumped, I've been getting myself ready, and because it took so long to get into the appointment, I wasn't able to lose my blood because all the nurses had gone home. So yay, now I have to wait another week for blood to be drawn, because they're like, if you have to wait anyway, you might as well do it on this specific day. So blah, that is my doctor stories. It's terrible, which means on the very last day of Nano, I'm gonna wake up really super early and head on down to the nurse's office near my house, and I'm gonna like lose blood, and I'm gonna be sad about it. So sad. Bones is sad. He wants his blood. Hashtag leave Bones' blood alone, okay? I'm sorry if you guys don't like blood talks. I don't either. Yeah. So after that, I'm like, okay, I gotta put this behind myself. I can't spend a whole week worrying about this, like, last appointment thing that's gonna happen. So there we go. I'm chill. I'm chill about things. So Thursday came around and I got so much work done. Not much of it was actually like writing work, because I'm like about this cleaning thing right now. This is just like I'm saying, like my Nano is slowly devolving into just like normal vlogging at this point. However, I got lots of hecking cleaning done. I got all of my lists done, and then I got like a bunch of orders that I needed to fulfill for like the Etsy store, so I took those down to the post office after I was done with my day, after Ursula came home, because I wanted to walk my dogs to the post office, but I can't bring them into the post office, so I wait for Ursula to come with me. However, bringing our dogs was a stupid idea, okay? So what happened was, because it's snowy as heck here, there's all the salt on the road, and my dogs do not do well with salt. I wasn't sure about Fado, but Matica definitely does not like salt at all. So she was limping the whole way, and she was also whining the whole way, because the post office, boy did I forget this, is right beside the vet office, and Matica loves the vet. She was like so ready. She was pulling us the whole way. She was like, we're going to the vet. I'm getting a treat. I'm gonna knock the vet over like I always do. And she was just so amped. As we walked past the vet office, she tried to go inside. And then we were like, oh, that's what she wants. That's why she's been whining this whole time. Whoopsies. So we brought her. That was what happened with Matica. Meanwhile, Fado, we don't really walk near big roads with him because he's kind of not smart and likes to dart around as he walks. So we were carrying him, and we finally got to a path. We set him down. He immediately steps in this huge pile of salt, yelps because his poor paw must have like hurt because salt. Some dogs don't even like react to it, but he was like, what is this thing I've never stepped on? Fado's also a bit of a total drama queen. Like, he'll bonk his head and he'll start crying. So, you know, I care, but I also know that you freak out at anything. Like, you freak out if you think you might have possibly gotten hurt. Either way, so we go to pick him up, and he's pretty sad, and he like did a little snap at us, like, hey, don't touch my leg, it hurts. And I kind of realized that like Fado has like a bad leg, kind of, because he's got his kneecap kind of wiggles out of place because he's got little tiny knees. So I think what happened was that he stepped on the salt pile, it kind of stung a little bit, and he jumped. And what that did was, because he wasn't paying attention to how his leg was going, he knocked his kneecap out of place, so he probably was yelping more about that. Either way, he was very scared and sad because he was in a strange place and he was hurt. And then we had to carry him the rest of the way, and he was very sad for most of it until we got to the end stretch, which was near our house. And then we brought him home, and he was happy, and he totally forgot about it. And he got his dinner, and, you know, everything was good. And then we went to the store because we needed to get a whole bunch of cat food. And we went there, and we got a bunch of other crap you probably don't care about. But what we did get was a Christmas tree, and I'm so amped. So this year we can't get a new fancy freshly cut tree. We have to get an artificial tree because pine needles are toxic to cats, and pine needles are also really bad if cats ingest them. And usually, you know what, this would be fine. We've had cats before. We had Molly, and we have Tuna, and they left the tree alone. However, we have this annoying little cat named Lear, Prince Lear, and he eats everything and anything. He will eat tape. He tries to eat tape. He tries to eat onion peels all the time. He finds them on the floor. He's eaten piles and piles of leaves. He just eats, and he never stops eating. I once opened the door to the fridge. I closed it. I didn't realize, but my silly little cat had climbed into the fridge and was eating whipped cream. He you know, he was just licking the whipped cream container. When I opened the door again, I was like, oh my god, this cat, what is he doing? So that is Lear, and so because he ingests so much stuff, I really don't feel safe with him eating a bunch of pine needles because they're sharp, and even if he doesn't have like a toxic sick from it, it could really hurt him. So we are stuck with a artificial tree, and we got the gayest tree we could. So it's like this white tree, and you can switch it between having white lights or these obnoxiously rainbow colored lights, and I love it. But also because I'm a little sad because I've always had just a real tree in my house and enjoyed that. I was really sad. However, we also got a island pine, which is less toxic to cats, and we can also put up higher because, you know, for as much as he is capable of eating everything in existence, he is a munchkin cat, so his jumping ability is like not that good, and I have like a whole bunch of potted plants that he hasn't been able to get to. He usually gets distracted because there's the recycle beside them, and he jumps onto the recycle and just starts licking the top of it. I don't know why. But yeah, so my plant is safe. He's safe from my plant, and it's a cute little Christmas tree-ish like tree thing. It's not technically a pine, but it's pretty close, and it's got all these sparklies on it. I'm gonna hang a lot of Christmas decorations on it, and I'm gonna be happy. So there's that. I'm very happy about my 2 purchases here. NaNoWriMo is doing its best, honestly. I'm excited. I'm really happy with the progress I'm getting with Calico. This week's theme is like giving up, but also like being happy about it and like being free from being freed from binds, you know? So that's fun. I'm happy, basically. Aside from the doctor thing, I'm super happy. You know? I don't know. I don't know. You know? It's exciting. It's very, very exciting and terrifying. That's been my week. It went from like terrifying to super chill. Yeah. Basically, I'm not looking forward to next Friday, but once next Friday is over, it's all smooth sailing from there, maybe, I hope. Oh god, because then I have to wait to get my blood tests back, and like, I don't like it. I'm mad. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Yeah, so like I said, check out our sale down below. Check out Moonlight down below. I'm really happy about all the submissions we're getting for Moonlight. I can't wait to dig into them. If you have submitted to Moonlight already, you should hear back from me in the middle of December. I'm not gonna like spring it on you before Christmas. Well, I'm not gonna spring it on you like during the holidays because that would be terrible, but I also don't want you to be like anxious all holidays, so I'm trying to get my decisions in before then. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go away now. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Maybe, I guess we'll see each other next week, next Friday, and I'll tell you all about how the blood thing goes. Okay? Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a lot of thank yous.